episode of Sports Science, we're measuring the X factors. If there's one thing athletes can't control, it's officiating. Nobody in sports takes more grief than baseball's home plate umpire. Every close call he makes upsets one team or the other, not to mention the fans. To reveal the science and art of calling balls and strikes, our state-of-the-art lab will bring you a never-before-seen look at baseball through the eyes of a Major League umpire. For this high-tech masterclass in calling pitches, we brought in former Major League umpire Jim Evans. Jim spent 28 years behind the plate. That's nearly 500,000 pitches.
The basis of good umpiring is good training. And when you're prepared for most things, you're able to rise to the occasion.
Jim, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Major League umpire, the most vilified official in all of sports. So what we want to do, we want you to give me a crash course on being an umpire.
Okay.
Now, John's ready for lesson 1. Keep your eye on the ball.
Watch this ball.
Okay.
That's it. Don't blink.
I'm not blinking.
All right. All right.
I can't help it snap my head back.
It's a natural reaction. You've got to overcome that. That's lesson number 1. Now, you're going to have pitches that get away from the catcher sometimes, balls off the bat, and they're going to hit you.
An umpire has to train himself to overcome fear and the involuntary reflex to blink, knowing all too well that he's always in the line of fire.
You can't be fearing this and anticipating that as the pitch is coming in.
Are you going to warn me?
No, I'm not going to warn you. Why should I warn you? Don't blink.
All right,
Don't
hold on.
blink. You
Wait,
can't
you're
call the
trying to
pitch-
teach me to not blink, right?
Yeah, I'm
All
trying to teach you to eliminate the element of fear.
right.
Now, hold, that's not fair.
The average human blink takes 300 to 400 milliseconds, well under a half second. But for an umpire, a poorly timed blink can potentially decide a game. Here's why. A 95-mile-per-hour fastball reaches the catcher's mitt in 395 milliseconds, or just under 0.4 of a second. That's faster than the time it takes to blink our eyes. In an average game, the umpire sees 300 pitches. That's 300 split-second decisions he has to make without ever blinking. After you master the art of not blinking, here's lesson number 2. Know the strike zone.
Okay, now it's time for the big test. Okay, you want to be behind the catcher.
All right.
All umpiring is angle and distance. Spread these feet about shoulder width apart. Okay, now just sit down like you're sitting in a chair. You get in the proper angle, the proper distance. You should be able to see the play and call it properly.
Okay.
For more insight into the difficulties of the job, we equip John's mask with a lipstick camera for an ump's eye view.
What was it? Make a call. Let's go. Make a call.
What was it? Depends on when you played. Here's the evolution of the boundaries of the strike zone. For nearly 100 years, baseball used the same strike zone first established in 1887.